What is going on, guys? Kenny here from 619 Guitars and Gear, and in today's video I want to tell you about my 10 favorite guitar cleaning products, gizmos, gadgets, basically anything I use to take care of all of my guitars. So on that note, let's get into it. Alright, well, I'd say over the years I've definitely been through a lot of different products as far as function, brand name. I've definitely always been one to give a new product or something like that a chance just to see what it's all about, and either I like it or I don't. But I'm pretty picky, and usually when I find a certain product that I really like, I will stick to it. Now, that doesn't mean like another brand hasn't came out with a product that's basically the same, maybe just a little bit better. I have switched brand with certain items, but they've basically served the same function. So let's start with something that's fairly simple. These are in no order. And yeah, some of these items are the same brand name, but I am in no way affiliated with this brand. They're just definitely truly products that I stand behind and I've used for a really long time, and basically can't live without when it comes to maintaining my guitars. So let's start here. First item on my list is pretty simple. It is this D'Addario cleaning polishing cloth. I really love this thing. Definitely, I've had this one for a few years now, and you can see it's fairly still clean. Now, I won't use this for the like initial cleaning. I will use a microfiber with cleaner for that, get all the grease and gunk off. This is basically once the guitar is dry or something like that, and all the polish and cleaner is wiped off, I will use this for the final wipe down. This thing is really good alone without any kind of cleaner, and it takes fingerprints off, and it just kind of really polishes things up, and it stays fairly clean as long as you don't use it with any really dirty areas on the guitar. So this is definitely something I can't live without and I love. Alright, next we have this string action gauge by Nomad. I really like this one. I recently just switched to this brand, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it. Everything's kind of laser etched into it. You can see everything really well. The old one I have, everything was kind of wearing off of it after a little while, and I haven't had any issues with this one. But you can measure your action, you can measure pickup height, pretty much anything you would need to do as far as heights and stuff like that you can use this for. And another purpose it serves really good for is fret rocking. If you don't have one of the big thick burly heavy fret rockers, you can definitely use these. All the edges are perfectly machined straight and has all your different sizes, so you can jump 3 frets at a time to do your fret rocking and make sure you don't have any high frets. And it works pretty good. I did compare it against a regular fret rocker, and it's pretty much the same. So we'll get you out of a bind if you don't have a fret rocker. And like I said, you can measure all your different heights with your pickups, your action, and everything like that. And so far, I really like this one. I think it was like 25 bucks. All right, next you kind of have two little corny products. I'm going to count them as one product here because they're basically the same thing. You can kind of just pick which one you want to use. But you have a small little hair dye brush. That's what I'll call it because that's where I got this from. Then you have a paintbrush. These you can get at any kind of beauty store, or if your girlfriend's dyeing her hair and she doesn't use the little brush that comes with it, steal it, because it works great for cleaning the dust off like your Floyd Rose and the dull little crevices and just any kind of bridge where there's tight spaces in between the saddles and stuff like that. This will work great for cleaning all the dust off. Definitely don't use it on any kind of finish because it is a pretty coarse, hard, stiff bristle, so you don't really want to go dusting off your, paint with it or anything. But Bose hardware, it's safe on. It hasn't scratched up anything for me. I haven't had any issues using one of these to clean off any dust, and I think they work really great. In between the pickup rings and everything like that, it just gets in all the tight spaces and will flick all the dust right out of there. Then you have a paintbrush, which obviously you can get anywhere, any kind of Home Depot or whatnot. They're really cheap, $2 to $3. I definitely would just recommend getting one with longer bristles and a softer bristle. These you can probably use on certain finishes. Just be super careful. Make sure they're clean. You don't want to scratch up your finish. So use it at your discretion for sure. But you can do the same thing with cleaning off hardware in between the strings. And I have one that I use for cleaning all the filings off when I do fretwork and stuff like that. But, you know, if you're going to have, we'll use one for when you do fretwork, I would keep it separate from one that you use dusting off all your hardware and stuff. That way you don't go putting grindings and scratching everything up. But these definitely come in handy for cleaning up your guitar and hardware and everything. All right, next you have something that I really, really love. It is this Drill Master drill from Harbor Freight. I think this thing was literally like $9 without a coupon. It's super cheap, but it's really durable. I've had it for a while now with zero issues. It comes with a charger, so you can just plug it into the wall and charge it, but each charge lasts. I've worked on a lot of guitars with one charge, so I'm really impressed with that. It has a built-in LED flashlight on it, so that's really cool. It is multi-directional, and something I really like about this is it's only 180 RPM, so it doesn't spin too fast. I usually will disassemble with this and do some assembly with it, but I don't like to, you know, screw in screws all the way with it. I get them in most of the way, and then I will screw them in the rest of the way with a screwdriver. Some things, if I feel safe putting them in, I will put them in and tighten them with this. But this thing does put out a decent amount of force, so you can easily strip, you know, any kind of like pick guard screw, something going into the wood. You can definitely go a little too far and strip some screws out or strip the wood out. So just be careful, but these come in great handy for doing different tasks, disassembling and everything like that. And they're super cheap. All right, next we have a really cool product that I like. It is the multi-tool screwdriver from Nomad. I really like this thing. Not only does it come with a bunch of different bits, Allen keys, Phillips heads, flatheads, any kind of size that you would need to do basically anything on your guitar. It has hex drivers on it, so it has your 10 millimeters and 12 millimeters, 14 millimeters, 7/16, half inch, all your different sizes for all your different nuts on your guitars, whether it's your tuners, your output jack, the potentiometers, anything that you would need to tighten a nut with. You can do it with this, so it's really cool, and it is a nice hard plastic, so honestly, if you do strip one of these out, you're probably over-tightening way too much. So great product, cheap. I think these were like 20-something bucks, and has a lot of uses, so it's definitely worth it. Next, you have another Nomad product. This is kind of just a when you're restringing your guitar, you use this to wind your strings back up. And instead of being a hand winder, you would put this one in the Harbor Freight drill that you bought or whatever drill you have, and you can restring your guitars really fast. Yeah, I know they make the Ernie Ball one or whatever that is meant to restring your guitars, but this does the same thing, and honestly, for the price of this and this combined, I think it's cheaper than the other one. Maybe not, it's probably about even same price, but it has a better use because you can use this for screws and everything, where that one, I don't think the tuning key bit comes off of it. I think it's permanently attached. So this thing's really cool. It's kind of like a hard-coated plastic rubber, and it's kind of stepped in shape, so it will fit multi-different tuning keys, and I haven't come across a tuning key that hasn't fit yet. Even all my basses with the big tuning keys haven't had any kind of issue, and it's super durable, and it works great with low RPM drills, and because you definitely don't want to spin too fast and pop a string, because I've done that plenty of times back in the day before I really got a grip and knew what I was doing. But great product. I think this was like 14 bucks, so definitely recommend buying one of these. All right, so if you don't want to use a drill or that other little bit I just showed you to restring your guitar, you can use this tool from Planet Waves. By the looks of this, I've had this thing for over 10 years, I believe, and that just shows you how durable it is because it's lasted through a lot of restrings. I wish I could show you my bag of strings I have. I have a bag. I've kept like every string I've ever took off a guitar, and it is literally a bag of just entwined with strings. And this thing has basically gotten me through all of them. Super durable. Not only can you cut your excess string off, you can cut basically any gauge, bass string, guitar string. You could probably freaking cut a clothes hanger in half with it. Not that I would recommend trying that, but super sharp even after all these years, and you can see how rusted they are. I just oil them up and boom, I have no problems. And then you have the string winder section that is still nice and loose. Fits a good variety of different tuning keys. I don't think it's going to fit as many as this would, but you could definitely fit a good amount of them. And then it definitely has your pin puller for your acoustic guitars. When you're restringing them, you can pull the pins out of the bridge, so that's a good touch. And these things are cheap. You can find them anywhere, different brands, but I really like the Planet Waves one. I think this thing was like 15, 16 bucks. All right, next you have another Planet Waves product. This is a neck tripod, and you basically just open it up, put it on your work area, and lay your guitar on it. It holds up the neck so you can have better access to the headstock and stuff. This thing I've had just as long as I have had the Planet Waves winder. I think I actually bought them together at the same time, and this thing's lasted great. It hasn't really got any loose, or it still clips and snaps together. The rubber's still in great shape. It hasn't dry rotted or anything like that. These definitely come in great handy if you buy one of those rubber mats that doesn't have the neck holder on it. You could buy one of these, and I'm sure, like I said, there's other brands that have them, but I love the Planet Waves one. And yeah, I think these are like $17, $18 when I got it, so they might be a little expensive more now. Maybe not. So great product. I definitely recommend one of these. All right, next, again, it is two things. I know I said top 10, but we'll basically put these together just like we put the brushes together. You have Music Nomad cleaner and F1 oil. The F1 oil is great, honestly. I love this stuff. I use it on ebony, rosewood. You can basically use it on anything that's not, it doesn't have a finish on it. You definitely want to condition your fretboard a couple times a year, depending on where you live. If you live in a dry climate, even more maybe. You don't want to over oil, but you definitely need to condition your fretboard enough. Definitely is something that's super important, I think, and all the time. I think it's really overlooked. These people are wondering why their fretboards look horrible and are cracking in some aspects because people just aren't taking care of their stuff, and you can really cause some issues with frets and everything else if you let your fretboard get too dry. So this stuff's really, really great. I think it's like $9, and it lasts a long time because it has a really small nozzle. And yeah, I love this stuff. So made by Music Nomad, like I said. And then again, from the same company, Music Nomad, you have all-purpose guitar detailer. And why I switched to this brand out of all of them is because, as you can see, literally every guitar I have has a matte finish. So you don't want to just go using any kind of polisher or detailer. You definitely want to use something that is made for matte finishes. And this specifically says it is for matte and gloss finish, so it is safe on both, which is awesome. So this isn't really going to be any kind of polisher. It's more just going to be a detailer kind of cleaner. But I know when you spray this on matte finish, it really just cleans it up really good, and it kind of gives it this nice, like, new slick look. It's just not all dry looking when you're done. And yeah, the stuff works really great. It doesn't smell bad or anything, so it goes a long way. I always just spray some on the rag and then go to town. I mean, you can spray it on the guitar as long as you don't get it on anything you're not supposed to. I basically have used this to clean pretty much every part of the guitar, and I haven't caused any issues on chrome or anything, so it's not too harsh. So definitely a great product, and this is like $9, $10, depending on where you get it. And then the last thing I want to show you is this kind of workstation. Now, there is a variety of these. You can pretty much get them from a bunch of different brands. This one is made by Grundorf. This one was actually made to go inside of a traveling road case. I got this one from a tech that had come through the venue I work at, and he had gotten a new one. This one was kind of the material was peeling off of it and stuff, and he literally said, give me what's in your pocket. It was one of those situations, and I think I gave him like 15-20 bucks, and he gave it to me, and I took this thing home, kind of glued on some of the felt that was coming off, and I love this thing. Definitely works great for a guitar workstation, since that's what it's made to do. You have your compartments on each side. It has a handle, and then you have your neck holder on a hinge, so you can lay that down. This used to actually be a lot higher. I since then cut it down, just because I didn't really like it being that high, to be honest. So it isn't as high as it was. I think the new ones do have a hinge in the middle, and they fold up into like a case. I've seen them ranging from 60 bucks to like 120, depending on which brand you get. But I think these work great. It's definitely better than those roll-out mats with the little cup thing at the end that you would lay the neck on. Yeah, those work great if you already have a bench. But if you don't have a bench, these work great. And I'm just using this on top of like a keyboard stand. And it's super sturdy. I have no problems. I have a light mounted on it. And then right here, I have a bracket that I made with a mic clip on it, and that's where I put my soldering iron. So works really great. I think it comes in handy. I glued a separate foam pad inside of it, and that's where the guitar lays on. It's pretty much the only part of the guitar that makes contact is on this pad and at the neck point here. But I really love this thing. I think they are great, and you should definitely look into getting one if you don't have a bench. So that's pretty much the products I wanted to show you. I know I mixed 2 products in when it should have been 1, but whatever. They basically do the same thing, just in kind of different ways, I guess. But all the stuff that I use, I swear by. And like I said, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. They're just things that I use pretty much every day when I'm working on customers' guitars or my own guitars. And yeah, I highly recommend everything that I've showed you today. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment below. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. I'm going to make more videos like this. We also do guitar reviews and stuff, but I'm just trying to change it up and mix it around a little bit for 2022 and just slowly grow the channel and see what happens. So thanks for watching, guys. Be safe. Eat your vegetables. Drink a lot of water. Be a good person. And we'll see you in the next video.